E3 has just ended, and there are a lot of games coming out this year and next year that I am very, very interested in. One of those games is Watch Dogs. Now, Watch Dogs is being developed by Ubisoft Montreal. It takes place in Chicago. Now, Chicago is run by a computer system in this game called the Computer Operating System, or CTOS. Everything in the entire city is run by this operating system. And it really adds a unique perspective for anyone that is able to hack this network. They have controlled all the information. Police, traffic, personal information, banking. I mean, everything's on their fingertips. So that's where it comes into play with our protagonist, Aiden Pierce. He's a brilliant hacker with a criminal past. Now, this criminal past has actually led to a family tragedy, and that's where the main plot takes place in the game. I'm sure there's a lot of other side missions within the game itself, but that's the main plot line. You're actually seeking justice for this family tragedy, and he's using his smartphone as a weapon to manipulate the CTOS network, hacking cameras, downloading personal information, controlling the traffic lights, and much, much more. Whatever it takes to stop the enemy and complete his objective. Now, one of the things that I found personally interesting about the game is that Ubisoft Montreal and Ubisoft Reflections partnered up. So Ubisoft Reflections actually worked on the Driver series, which is an interesting perspective for Ubisoft Montreal, because they basically said that, hey, we're going to make the driving the best it can possibly be. We're going to bring in Ubisoft Reflections. We're going to add in 65 plus vehicles to the game and polish them and give them state-of-the-art handling and physics. And that's what they've done. So I really think that that's something to be, praised on, is that Ubisoft Montreal said, hey, we want to make sure that this stuff is top of the line. We're going to bring in Ubisoft Reflections and make sure not only the hacking is top of the line, but the vehicle element of the game. So some other things that are really cool about Watch Dogs is that there's dynamic navigation, which means you can cut through buildings, you can scale rooftops, explore the underbelly of Chicago to complete your objective and reach your enemy, which is really, really cool. So I like the fact that they're exploring all elements in the game, taking something unique and really trying to build on it and make it that much even better. So recently an E3 trailer came out with some walkthrough gameplay footage, and that's what I'm going to show you guys next. It shows a lot of really cool things like different vehicles, the CTOS UI, which basically superimposes your buttons for your controller up in the world of Chicago. Very cool. Some stealth elements, hiding from guards or assisting your allies with the camera hacking network, or just hiding yourself in your vehicle. You'll see that as well. So what else? There's also some little bit of combat, some slick combat, some melee and some gunplay, and also using the smartphone EMP to get away. So let's get right into it, guys, and let's check this this gameplay footage out. Alright, so the way the game's going to start is you're hacked into a camera, and Aiden Pierce is actually sitting in this black car right here. And the cops are searching the area for him. He must have done something to get their attention, and now they're looking profusely in this several block area around him. Obviously, he's an enemy of Chicago right now, but they're really, really scouring this area. They're unknown in this spot. So. That was T-Bone. He got a call to go reach T-Bone and give him some help. So Aiden has to stealthily drive his car through the police net to try and get to T-Bone and assist him. So you'll see he's avoiding patrol cars. You can see on the mini-map there's patrol cars. And there's actually the chopper shows up on the mini-map as well. Very cool. So he's sneaking in behind over here. I really like the way the car looks too. It reminds me of an Aston Martin, kind of. So you can see the chopper on the mini-map. So what Aiden decides to do here with all these cars passing by is shut off his engine, shut off his lights, and just go stealth mode. And pretend like he's a parked car right there. Once that patrol car goes by, he decides it's safe enough to move on. Now he goes left here at this traffic circle instead of right, and actually turns into a helicopter. So here we go, it's going to get interesting. Uses his smartphone to open the gate and pulls in, shuts off his engine, closes the gate, and watch this. Cops go right by. It's awesome. It's amazing.
Yeah, squad. Suspect's gone. Let's get an APB
So he
circulated.
unlocks this door, and you can see it's a coffee shop. It's a coffee shop. Now this part's really cool. He shows up on the TV, and one of the civilians notices. And you can see that. There's a little exclamation point above his head. And now he's calling it in, so Aiden has to go grab this guy and perform a takedown. There you go. Now he's got to flee the area. Alright, and Aiden's heading over here to hack this camera network to contact T-Bone. Since he made it out of the police net, it's safe to proceed.
T-Bone.
Get this, brother. Some prototype shit I ain't never seen. I'm in love.
T-Bone, wrap it up.
They sound cranky.
Forget the toys. We gotta get you out.
Shit, sorry, princess.
Alright, here comes some enemies looking for T-Bone. And Aiden actually activates a little attraction over here to get them to go look at that instead. Pretty cool that you can actually manipulate the environment, and T-Bone can now flee the room here. There you go. Very cool. So assisting your allies.
I'm on my way.
Right, listen up. They're turning the place over looking for me.
Okay, so T-Bone's still saying he needs more help, so Aiden hacks this other camera. And now you can see this little courtyard out here with what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guards, maybe more. Gonna be patrolling the area. T-Bone comes out of the lobby there and says, "Son of a bitch." So,
Go.
once you learn the pattern of all the guards, you would be able to manipulate everything and allow T-Bone to escape.
Move ahead.
Now Aiden's just around the corner on the other side of that yellow car down at the subway entrance on the stairs. He's chilling.
Expect us to find this romper room. I got what I need.
So he's pretty close by.
Don't you worry. We're getting closer to your sister.
Go. Quick.
So he tells T-Bone to move now. And now Aiden's going to switch cameras and activate this alarm, which will turn that guard's attention so his back is to him at the top of the stairs. And he can come up and perform a takedown. And T-Bone was to his right there. So now they are united.
Jesus.
Pretty sweet. Now they just got to get T-Bone out of there. But some more bad guys show up. Aiden has to perform a takedown. Look at that. Just kicks him in the back and pops him one in the head.
All right.
Very
You're
cool.
Good. Go.
T-Bone takes care of the other one and they're out. But now the police are aware of the situation, gunfire and everything. So here we go. Possible sighting. This is where the tablet mobile player comes into play and can assist. The only thing I'm concerned about with that is that if the tablet player wants to troll, they could potentially also troll you and not help you. Or do some other thing. I don't know. I don't know if they could tell you where... I don't know if they could tell the police where you're at, but they could either help or troll. Or just do nothing with you. Wow, look at that. Cops are smashed. And the mobile player says, "Well done." And Aiden has escaped. Oh, not yet. couple of officers here got in at gunpoint, hands up, but cell phone still in the hand, and performs a blackout. Now he can take down the guards and perform a kneecap takedown. Technically, he's not killing cops, so that's probably good. Although they are going to be pissed that he's kneecapping cops across the city. And Aiden is out.
961 Charlie, your squad put out an all-call. We need backup ASAP.
Squad to all units, we have additional officers moving to intercept. Positive confirmation on the suspect as stable Pierce.
It does look like that playthrough was a little bit rehearsed, but that's okay. I'm sure the average player will take a few times to actually learn everything, the guard patterns. What's the best way to manipulate the city to actually get guards' attention and everything like that. But it was a really good demonstration of what the game can do and how you can perform it flawlessly if you have enough practice and are familiar enough with the game. I'm excited for Watch Dogs. I hope you guys are too. And hopefully it will live up to the hype. We will see. I'm sure it is. They're hyping it up, and they've put out some good games at Ubisoft Montreal before. So I have a feeling that this game is going to be stellar. All right, guys. The next game I want to take some time to talk to you about is Beyond Two Souls. This is coming out on PS3 only, and will be available October 8th, 2013. The thing that I found really interesting about this game is it's a psychological, spiritual thriller, and it's centered around questions about what happens life after death. So basically the way the story is going to work is that you're going to be controlling Jodie Holmes, who's played by Ellen Page, and you're going to be playing her for 15 years of her life. Now, what makes this character so interesting is that she actually has had a long life partner named Aiden. Now, Aiden is a supernatural entity that only she can see and communicate with, which makes her a very unique character for this story. Now, she's also going to be partnered with Nathan Dawkins, who's played by William Dafoe. He's a government scientist who works with Jodie to analyze her powers and acts as a surrogate father throughout the entire game, which is pretty cool. Now, there's also another character you can see here named Cole Freeman. I'm assuming that's Cole Freeman. Now, he's a U.S. government official who investigates paranormal activity, and I believe that they're going to be using her throughout the game as also a U.S. government agent, which she's training for. You see here, she's got the recruit shirt on and everything. I know William Dafoe or Nathan Dawkins knows about her powers. I wonder if Cole Freeman will. And maybe she'll have to like break away and use this supernatural entity to help her catch these bad guys. It kind of seems like a really cool version of X-Files to me. If he's Mulder, if Cole is Mulder and she's Scully, that would be cool. But if she's just Scully and there's no Mulder, that would be interesting as well, because she would have to avoid him for certain periods of time throughout her career as a special agent. So I thought it was pretty interesting. I'm actually looking forward to it. I want to see more of it. Personally, you guys have seen me talking about it a lot lately on my live stream. I'm considering getting a PS3 just because of some of these great games that are single player that have amazing stories. So, look at this, dude. She's a badass. She is a badass. So this is just some of the action. There's actually some gameplay footage that has very little action. You're basically living out her 15 years. So,
Watch yourself out there, Jodie. I don't want anything to happen.
looks cool. Looks cool. Alright, there's also some gameplay footage that came out here. So here's another scene with her trying to survive in the winter. It looks like she's homeless, actually, or had to get away from someone. So a couple other things. GameStop will be releasing exclusive DLC for this game, which will have additional 30 minutes of footage for the game, which I thought that was interesting. So if you pre-order with GameStop, you get additional bonus footage with the game.
I'm so tired. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Tell me where you are. I'll come right now, Jody.
So, and I'm curious as to what kind of conversations and stuff is she having with this entity. And is it going to help her? Is it going to guide her? You know? So you can see here, she's actually like, she's freezing. Yeah. Hypothermia has set in. There's a homeless guy right there. And I think this is the entity right here. It's very cool. It's like getting this guy's attention.
Hi, who's there?
I'm losing my mind.
So it helped her. It helped her get noticed by this guy. She's still breathing, obviously, but she needs to get warm. So it's not all going to be action all the time. It's just basically going to be literally 15 years of her life paired up with this entity.
Come on, girl. Drink it. Hey.
I think it looks gorgeous, too. I mean, at times the characters could look a little wet or sweaty, but that's just the kind of shine they have on their skin. Most of the time it looks really nice.
Not very luxurious, but quiet. Found you in the streets a few days ago. You're in pretty bad shape.
You've been taking care of me?
Ah, come on, somebody had to. I couldn't leave you lying there, dying like a dog in the street. Understand. What's your name?
Jody.
Alright guys, well that has been a look at Beyond Two Souls. Hopefully you guys are as hyped as I am for it. I think it's going to be another potential blockbuster to keep an eye on. So the next game I want to talk to you about is Tom Clancy's The Division. Now this unfortunately is slated to come out in 2014, and basically it is only going to be coming to Xbox One and PlayStation 4. So that's kind of a downer for a lot of PC gamers out there. In the description below the video, I'll be sure to put a link for a petition for us to try and get this game on PC. I've heard in several interviews that Ubisoft Massive is actually waiting to see how this game will do on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 before they bring it to PC, but hopefully if we can get enough signatures on this petition, we can actually get this game pushed to PC. So if you want to see it on PC, please take the time to just fill out that petition, and let's get this game moved over. First of all, I want to say that this genre is very unique for this game. It's considered to be a tactical action role-playing, massively multiplayer online video game. It's just kind of every genre kind of encompassed into one. It's very interesting that you can drop in and out of combat and as a squad and fight AI and players that are in the area. And there's a leveling up system, so you actually can see the RPG elements in the game. The action looks great. It actually is very tactical with the cover and looks gorgeous. So basically, the game is inspired by Operation Dark Winter and Directive 51, which is a real-world event, which basically reveals how vulnerable and fragile the world has become. And basically, the plot also includes a disease is spread on Black Friday in the United States with money. So basically, the terrorists have used money as a weapon. Now, I found that kind of interesting. because nowadays isn't everyone using credit cards and stuff? It just, I don't know. It's still a really, really cool concept for a game. I think it's really unique. So you're part of a group that's actually like combating the threat, and you're saving what remains of the world, which is cool. I think it's a very clever idea for the game, and I love the fact that you can actually play as a squad and help each other out, and it's very tactical. I mean, it looks amazing. In my opinion, this game looks just as good as Watch Dogs, if not better. So at E3 this past week, they actually showed a lot of really cool footage. So why don't I show it to you guys now? We can kind of walk through it together. The gameplay looks amazing. So this is the little squad. You're going to see a very cool looking map that kind of is laid out on the ground in front of him. You're going to see a UI with his watch that allows him to select his abilities. Like I said, I feel like it really, really looks sharp. So it takes place in New York City, as you can see here. And you're going to see like, I think it's about a 3 or 4 man squad. Graphics look incredible. Absolutely incredible. I thought this was going to be a cinematic right here, but when you actually get down on the ground level and you can see the actual combat, I just thought it looked great. Now keep an eye on a few key things in the trailer. When there's actually gunfire going down, you'll see bullet holes going into windshields and windows in the car. It looks phenomenal. You'll see this guy cover along a car, and you'll see him have to close the car door to continue cover down the car, which just looks so good, so cool. It's not just flat sides of a car, you know. They're actually dynamic. You have to close a trunk or close a door to actually continue to use the cover. So now here's the squad, and they're actually talking to each other, and he's pulling up his UI, and look at the map. It just looks phenomenal. It looks so cool. I just love that it superimposes it on the ground so you can see what's going on in your immediate vicinity. So I love that they slow walk and patrol through the city, just completely badass, and then they basically attack anything that they hear going on that sounds like I guess a terrorist unit or a cell, or maybe even an AI group or a player group. You just tackle that as soon as you hear gunfire in whatever direction. So
Sweet. See you in a sec. I'll meet you up on the corner. Good. It's clear out this far. Yeah, intersection's clear.
so you basically hear the chatter between them. You can see that it actually shows you which characters are chatting and when, which players. So they see a little mission point over here. The underground, it says.
Back later. We should go to the police station first.
And there's Megan. And then in a few minutes they'll actually have their friend Chris right there, who's AFK. He's on a tablet, but he's AFK.
Outside. It might be out inside.
So he's got head trauma. That police officer, it looked like, had head trauma. Now this is where it gets really cool. Check out the cover system. When they start taking fire and stuff. Now you can see the combatants in town. Megan actually mentioned that she actually would be doing the healing too, so you could switch up the skills here. So he's going to pick a different skill that he can use, and he goes after.
I'm gonna pull him out. Are you guys ready? Yeah, I'm
What is
good.
that? Adrenaline boost. Seeker mine is what he went after. Look at that car door. Okay, watch this scene. They start taking fire. He starts engaging. You can see the damage numbers coming off.
One on the right.
And he wants to slide left here in a minute, and you'll see him have to close the door. And when he starts taking fire, watch the windows when he fires. Look, he has to get out of there as a Molotov being tossed at him. Watch this. Look at that. It's so slick.
Nice shot.
Gunfire going right through the windows.
There he is. Yeah.
Had to close the door, and now he's engaging. You can see the damage numbers going off.
Easy. Okay. Oh, there goes the turret. Heal you guys up.
Megan just gave him all a heal.
Hey guys, what's up? Oh, what's up, Chris?
And here comes Chris, the tablet guy. Marking targets for him.
Nice. Hold on, I'm getting shot at now. Yeah, go around the back. Alright, moving.
Now he's getting flanked on the left, so here's what he does. He puts some shots into him, gets a guy to duck, and then he deploys his Seeker Mine. Look at this thing roll away and go right to the target and kaboom. All that damage, that instant kill right there. A couple of guys I caught. He put some shots into the barrier, but no, can't penetrate that. So there you go. Chris marks the target for him. Now bullets go right through that. You can actually see the sunshine, the light come through that sign where the bullet holes were. Looks phenomenal.
I need to hop out. I'll see you guys later, though.
Game looks great. I think it's a great concept, great plot. It has the chance. It has definitely a really, really good chance to be a sick blockbuster. So, pun intended again, I am hyped for this game, and I want to see a lot more of it. So they manage to take out the units, and they get back inside. There's some cops that are locked up. They're freeing them. Lots of interactive objects, like water bottles, food. So you're still in a survival situation in this game.
The armory is out back. Take whatever you need.
And he's scanning the map.
The code. Code for the armory.
So police station secured, it said, and he just got a bunch of XP right there. So very cool. Weapon armory. Better open up the police station's armory.
Nope, that's next.
There you go. Mark 17 SR.
That gun's sick. You better get it out before you lose it.
And you like that, so he decided to take it.
We're ready to go.
Cool. I'll get the door.
You good? Let's go.
Alright, this is where it gets really cool. First of all, it looks gorgeous. Look at Manhattan.
We should go over that later. Alright, expecting. Got about 90 seconds.
And they have 90 seconds for extraction. And there's an enemy player team approaching.
Brace for BUD.
You guys ready?
Looks good. Looks amazing. Online open world RPG. Look at that. I think it looks phenomenal, guys. I'll definitely be watching this one close. So more to come on hype with The Division for sure. Can't wait. Alright guys, the next game I want to talk about is The Bureau XCOM Declassified. So this game takes place in the 1960s in America. You'll uncover the declassified truth behind mankind's first enemy invasion is basically the entire plot line. So you'll be playing a lead agent named William Carter. He's a highly intelligent special agent, so he calls the shots and pulls the trigger. The thing that it's really cool about the game is he uses something called battle focused, which allows him to slow down time and execute moves. So in this game, the combat kind of reminds me of Mass Effect combined with XCOM. So you'll be able to select a power wheel for your other two allies and select where you want them to move, what kind of powers you want them to use. You get bonuses to flanking just like you normally would in XCOM. And the combat looks really fast-paced. Now, a lot of XCOM fans might not like that, but there are a lot of things in the game that you are going to enjoy. Sectoids, mutons, outsiders. I don't think there's going to be any base development or base building. I'm not sure how it's going to work. But I know there's definitely going to be a lot of story and a lot of fast-paced combat right there. So let's check out some of the new E3 footage right here. A lot of different websites and magazines have been going over the same kind of demo version here. So you can see he's got like this tech backpack and as well as like a Pip-Boy kind of a thing on his arm. and he's rocking a laser like SMG or rifle. So you can see it still looks very 1960s with the automobiles, his hairstyle, his clothing, the way everything's designed in the world with like the signs and the advertisements on all the shops and stuff. So it still looks very 60s, but it's trying to bust out this kind of old school retro kind of tech level. And the thing that's really great about the game is that you're still going to be rocking ballistic weapons and then going to laser and plasma. So it's going to be really cool, very XCOM-y, but still very, very different. So a lot of people might not like that. A lot of people might. Personally, I'm really excited for the game. The game is also going to have permadeath. So yeah, as you level up your specialized unit, they specialize in certain abilities, and if they die, you lose them forever. Now, you also have some other people back at base, kind of like you do in classic XCOM, that are just sitting there waiting. And I'm assuming after you run out of all your guys and they all die, and maybe Carter dies as well, the game would be, over. So it's very important that you make very smart decisions. So you can see right here, he's pausing time and manipulating the environment, trying to scan the battlefield. He's shooting at an outsider right there. So we have outsiders, we have sectoids, and I have seen mutons as well. They're very scary. Very scary. There's also a silicoid, which is like this black goo, kind of hovers above the ground and is chasing you around. I'm not sure what happens when it connects to you. Maybe it takes over your body, kind of like that E3 2012 trailer. I don't know how that's going to work, but it looks really, really cool. That's a new kind of alien. So there might be some other aliens that they are adding to this prequel that will show up. But I'm glad that we're seeing some returning alien types into the game. So you can see right here, they are planning out their next move, and he's issuing a heal command. Very cool. So, and there were some allies at the end of the map that he had to rescue. So now they've taken out all the aliens. This guy is, ready to move on. And then in a moment, some reinforcements come, more outsiders. So then the combat begins again. So I really enjoy the art style. Just look at the design. It looks so unique and different. I like where they're going with this. 2K Games really did a great job with Enemy Unknown, so I'm actually really glad that they're working on this game as well. I'm looking forward to it. I think it looks phenomenal. And here comes the alien reinforcements. Very cool. It might be a little bit overwhelming for people at first, but I think that... Oh, we just dropped a turret down. Look at that. It's a fancy alien. It might be a little bit different than what people are used to, a little bit more overwhelming, but I think that if you just realize that you can pause combat, not only give your guys move commands, and it looks very familiar, doesn't it? Not only give them move commands, but just scan the battlefield. Look at what your boundaries are on the map. Try and flank. Flanking will give you massive bonuses, which will lead to your success. Set up a nice crossfire so that they just walk right into your kill box. So you can see there, it looks like they're doing a little mind meld there. Maybe that guy gave his friend a bonus, his little alien buddy a bonus. So kind of like sectoids did in Enemy Unknown. But anyway, I think it looks great, guys. I can't wait to play it. Hopefully it'll be coming to PC with the Xbox controller. Otherwise, I will be getting it on Xbox. It's coming out this August. And yeah, it's going to be phenomenal. So hopefully you guys are as hyped as I am. All right, guys, that will do it for this episode. Future episodes might include some more podcasting with some other personalities where we discuss the video game industry and what's going on. We'll just talk about consoles, PC games, whatever we want. That's pretty much what Hype's going to be about. So thank you all for tuning in. If you guys like the video and like the content, then please hit like and subscribe to my channel. There's actually several games that I want to cover from E3 that just ended this week. So probably the next few episodes of Hype will be just me covering those games. And then we'll move into maybe contacting some people and getting into some interesting discussions about games in the video game industry. So thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time.